All right.
What do you usually do?
And we're live. Well, that and stuff like that is what I do. I'm gonna start a little music to see if anybody shows up into the chat.
Doesn't that get your tablet?
It does if I pick the original artist, but I'm not gonna pick the original artist. I'm going to put on not the artist.
How'd you figure that out?
I just one day figured it out. That worked. People are coming. That's good. Let's see. Let's do this. Give me a band.
NWA.
Another band. Don't give me NWA. I'm not sure.
Metallica.
Metallica. All right. Metallica. Let's listen to Metallica. Let's do that. My connection is unstable, it says. It's unstable. I say no. All right, so spread the word if you haven't. Let's see what's going on. Monday night, we are in the midst of a national crisis. Lots going on. Many things going on. Hope you're not too busy. I can pull you away from your Game Boy or your live stream or any of that. What's up, Headless Horseman? Greetings and salutations to you, my friend, and your family, and I hope everybody is doing well over there on the Horseman side of the family. It's great to see you. And as we bring you into the live stream, bring you in. So I haven't been on in a bit. I just haven't. No reason. Been engaged with some of you here and there. From this to that. Just kind of trying to put my thoughts together for what we are witnessing. It's certainly something magnificent. Lots to actually talk about. So nice to see you guys. Bring any of our friends in that you know could be being brainwashed at other channels. Go get them. Duck out and send the stream. What's up, Mizawa? That was not Shawnee Mizawa. That was actually our youngest, who was back from college. She's back. Her college has shut down for the rest of the year. Or until further. And she is back home. What's up, Moonchild? Moonchild, nice to see you. Yes. So that was her. Shawnee is all nestled and snuggy in our bed. Yeah, she's sleeping. Her whole like setup is like right here. She's got her work stuff, all that. She's here. She's working from home amongst the coronavirus. She's working from home. It's very crowded. And we have Sydney home, but we're making do. Fortunately, we all like each other. That helps. Definitely helps. So purposely silent for the last number of days. Thinking, assessing, listening to many, many different thoughts of yours on what's been going on and what's happening and where we're at. I've been doing a lot of that, listening, lots of listening. So I guess we'll get to that shortly. So nice to see you all. I have been thinking about a lot of things, lots of different angles, different truthers, so much. So many people are exposing themselves here real recently. Now, I'm not going to lie, because I don't do that. But there are some channels that I have been following over the last 2 and 3 years that have spun me on a 180 from who I thought they were along this whole road we've been going through. They have recently reared their ugly heads. They have taken their stance. Their personal line in the sand of what they believe in has been crossed. It's been crossed. Not that they would say that, but they've taken a very serious, different, measured approach to what they used to be and claim to be. I'm not talking about small channels. Screw those. Not channels like mine. I'm talking about major, big channels that I've gone like, oh, that's different. Oh, that narrative's different. Wow. I've actually been quite amazed at how different the lines are between some channels and others. And these are from people that I generally, the information was good, but something has happened. Something has caused a disturbance within the force. Something. And people are clearly drawing their lines. And it seems odd to me that Q people would stray off exactly where we're at right now. Right now. Mostly what I want to talk to you about tonight is where we are as a Q movement, because I've had to take some inventory. I've had to step back. I've had to think about things. People have raised lots of questions, lots of issues, lots of stuff happening. But I needed to focus on kind of drowning that out and looking at where we're at and saying to myself, what does that mean? So tonight, I didn't know when I would have the stream. It was not planned. I'd been thinking about it, but tonight, let's talk about that for a little bit. Let's see how it lines up with how you guys feel. First, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. It's nice to see you, Moonchild. We see you from here to there. And Wally, Mr. Wallace, Mr. Grown with Wally, and Mr. Zawa, and the Headless One. Thanks for coming to this late night broadcast. I appreciate it. Yes, Moonchild, that's a great comment. Disinformation is necessary, indeed. I think what blows me away the most, you guys, is when I look at the channels that I've held some very, very good regard for. They've done some phenomenal interviews. They've exposed so many things to me along my path of truth. To hear them 180 is very difficult. To not look at it that they're in opposition, whether it's controlled or what, I don't understand it. What I am having the biggest problem with is not understanding how everybody is not understanding where we're at within the Q movement and President Trump. And it seems right while we're ready to take this in for the go-ahead touchdown, whatever, however you want to paint it, it's amazing to me that people could turn in the midst of this and just go against the president. People are really showing their true colors right now, even in social media. In our social media, people are showing their true colors. People that never fully grasped Q, or they did and thought, I'll ride it until I feel I don't have to. I don't know. The reality is that no matter how much of a spin any of these other channels can put out there, and believe me, I've seen a lot of channels wake back up. And maybe you have too in your subscriptions. If you've been following them, you're seeing channels reawaken. It's like, let's let's get everybody back on this anti-Q movement. So, like I said, it's been disheartening watching some of the channels that I've respected over the years really turn their back on this movement. It tells me that there's something lacking there. There's something lacking. And it's really not lacking because these people are too smart to have that be lacking. That it's really more of a deception. And that's what's really, really sad, because they're talented people. But it's taken for us to get to this point right now where we're at in the Great Awakening, where we're about to go. Now, I've tried to stay true to what I believe, tell you that I trust the plan, which I do. I trust it. I don't care what anybody thinks. Until I have a reason to not trust it, I will trust it. And I have the liberty of being one of those people that gets to listen to everything that everybody says. So fuck you. You're not going to shake me out of how I feel. Now this shit's going down. No matter how bad of an actor you are on your live stream and how much bullshit you try to put out in front of people, forget it, man. You're done. 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 You're done. Enough people are awake right now. Enough are. Where it won't matter anything that you do going forward to the outcome. It won't matter. You say what you want, think about it however you want, it doesn't matter. A lot of disinformation is being flung right now. The deep state is gasping for their final breaths of air. Gasping. Gasping for their final breaths. They're on life support. These people, these whatever they are on their last leg. They're done. The plan is brilliant. These people that are coming out, that are now going against Q and the movement at this point, is just them pulling the plug on the bathtub of disinformation and saying, hit them with everything that you got. We don't know what else to do. Just give them some Alex Jones. Give them some Alex Jones. The Black Hawk helicopters are circling above my mansion. Give them the Alex Jones. I personally know Q. QAnon and Roger Stone. Give me all the information I need. Isn't that right? You know, they're pulling it all out. And I shit on Alex Jones. And he deserves a big shit. But I'm really shitting on those channels that have tried to say that they're, about getting to the truth. F these people. These people that turn their back on Q right now and make fun of people that trust the plan. You know what? Fuck me. Fuck you. You kidding me? You ignoramus. How dare you insult my intelligence with your bullshit out of left field? Don't trust Q, don't trust the plan. Right? Like, really? I'm going to listen to you? Any of you? My God. There's enough disinformation already happening within the mainstream television, right? You've known that, right? We've all known it. We've known it for so long. But now, for social media and their planted eggheads to come out and start talking this shit. You know what? The cream truly does rise to the top in moments of fuckery. And right now, I'd like to point out at least two channels that I know rise to the top. One is the X22 report. Some of you already probably know it. If you don't, get to know it. X22 report. 2 episodes daily, except for Saturday. Episode A deals with the economy. Episode B deals with politics and geopolitical news. X22 report. The other is Truth and Art TV. Bernie. Truth and Art TV. Watch Bernie from Truth and Art TV. This he's legit. This cat's legit. I like him. I've listened to him for a few years. He's great. I like him a lot. And I think he's got a really, really good bead on what this is we're going through. Really good demeanor about him, too. It's funny. I started watching him and I noticed that we shared a lot of, not a lot, but we shared some similar mannerisms. And that's what kind of drew me to him at first. When I started listening, I was like, yeah, this guy really knows what's up. But both these cats do. They're both great. And there are other really, really great channels, but you have to be very careful right now. I guess that's the main message. You got to be very, very careful. Got to be so careful. So careful of what you listen to and who you listen to. So 6 days, 7 days, whatever it is, sitting here listening, taking it in, interjecting with some of you here and there from time to time. Is anybody nervous? Maybe. Anybody worried? Not really. They've already stated, if you do the research, that this is really no more than the common flu. It's really what it is. Well, I don't want to get into all the specifics about any of that. It doesn't matter. I think that whatever this is was designed by the deep state to be a global pandemic. Maybe ultimately as their final play to just crush the United States dollar. Whatever the motive, I would say that the Patriots are allowing it to happen. Where's my proof? Trump pushed it out an additional 30 days. These operations are happening. Don't forget, you're watching a movie. Don't forget, you're watching a movie. This is all seriously and really happening right before your eyes. Right before every one of your eyes. It's happening. And you get the privilege of being so awake for this moment in history. I mean, you are on for the ride. You get it. We all get it. It's been a hell of a journey, and it's not finished. But I think we are able right now, while they shut everything down and tell people to just sit back and relax, I think what they're really telling us is to sit back and enjoy the movie. That's really what they're saying right now. There was a point within this plan that the deep state crossed where it couldn't be anything other than what it is. So at that point, you have to just concede that they don't understand that they are in checkmate. The deep state does not understand they're in checkmate, or they do, and they're just not going to give up silently. That's why we are all quarantined, you guys. We are quarantined for our safety. Because right now, shit is very unpredictable within the deep state. So you take everybody out to sit home, to start listening to these daily briefings from the president. Listen to him talk to the people. Let the mainstream television get up and show what complete buffoons they are in their questioning of the president during a pandemic. Are you kidding me? They sound like shit. They sound like absolute bullshit. Every one of them. And they're exposing themselves right before all of our eyes. But you already have the eyes, my friends. You have the eyes to understand. You get it. We all get it. And now the world is going to get it. If you've been watching, paying attention, listening to truth channels, channels that you trust, you've seen that Q has reposted many or 3 new posts that are actually old posts that have to do with breaking it all down. If you haven't, go to qmap.pub. Look at the last 4 posts that Q put out there. They're early posts. It's very easy. qmap.pub. Go there. Read the last 4 posts. It's a complete and total breakdown to everybody that's awake of what's going on. And it's an eye opener to people that don't know what's going on or have suspicions or have had your awake ass in their ear for the last 2 or 3 years. And finally they go, oh, I finally think you got it. Oh, yo, got it. Yo, got it. Hopefully they do get it. You got it yet? No, won't get it. Get out of your bubble. You're kidding me? Get out of your bubble. How can people be like this? Nope, I don't want to talk about it. You want to talk to me about Trump, and I simply will not have anything that he has to say. Yeah, but you can't hear about the Great Awakening then. Nope, not going to hear about it. Nope, not going to do it. Nope, nope. We just simply cannot have these people pulling that kind of shit in our life. These people need to shut up. and wake up. Fortunately, that's not every Democrat that's in our great lands. There's a percentage of them that are that. Believe it or not, there's Democrats or Republicans like that too. It takes a land full, right? It takes a village. There's just some of us on both sides. But just whatever. I mean, let's just leave it at that. No need to hurt feelings. No need for me to hurt no feelings. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. So, anyway, you guys are here so late. It's so great to see you. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it very much. I see it, Night Jess. What's up, Jess? You're sick, drunk, and trying to figure out this shit. Nothing to worry about, my dear lass. Nothing. You are in the safe zone. You are okay. Just relax. Relax yourself. Just relax yourself. You know, I've thought about it a little bit. You can't make people up no more. They can only simply come to you. That's it. They can only come to you and ask questions. What else are you going to do? Can't do nothing else. Critical point in the plan? I think so. I'll tell you, I want to go back to this one more time. There were some channels that really bothered me that they went anti-Q. It really bothered me. It tells me how deep some of these connections run. That bothered me a lot. It just truly did. I was very surprised. I'm very surprised at anybody that is skeptical at this point. If you are skeptical, then I have to question your intelligence. I'm not telling anybody to not be, uh, what do I want to say? I was about to say, I don't want to tell people to not be skeptical, but that would make me a hypocrite for what I just said. I want people to be skeptical, but I want you to be smart enough to understand that if you go on and do a live stream and are skeptical in your live stream, you're a piece of shit. That's what I want to say. Fuck you. There's no gray in this fight at all. None. There's no gray. So, I don't know. There's just not any gray. You get it or you don't get it. And if you don't get it, I guess you just are, I don't know. Fortunately, I think a lot of people get it. That's the good news. That's the good news in this story. People that don't get it are probably the ones that just need to. Never mind. Never mind. I think a lot of us get it. I think, listen, there's lots of channels out there right now. They're trying to bring in experts. They're trying to bring in people that want to sow division within the church movement. It's not just the ones that fail to report the information that is true. It's the ones that try to purposely sow division within the truth movement. And to them, I say, I hope you're exposed. I hope when this is done, you are just exposed for what you are. And there's so many of them. These are definitely not people that could come to the kind of conclusion they come to and entertain all these guests that are from higher agencies and all of this shit. Fuck that. All of that is bullshit. All of it. we're being told everything and shown everything. It's there. I'm sorry if people think that that's just, oh, you're just being a sheep. You're just this. You're just that. Well, I'm sorry. Until this movement gives me a reason to not believe it, and before you blow your wad and try to tell me that it has numerous times, um, I want you to look at the giant scope, and I want you to, in every counter that you have to what has to be said, that you understand that after numerous things had been proven to the Q researcher, that we were told quite explicitly that disinformation would be necessary. And it was. And it was backed up. And it was shown why it needed to happen. So don't Q-tard me or any of this. Don't tell me I'm a Q-tard. And I've had plenty of channels that have tried to accuse me of that, because I've spoke up in their channels on some of these channels that I'm just so disappointed in. And I've had people to try to take me off my message, my point. And they're just not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I'm not going to let them. Where we go one, we go all. Now, there's plenty to get into about the United States naval ships, Comfort and Mercy. Plenty. Those are stories and things that are happening as we speak and are starting to reveal themselves. If you're not familiar with those two ships, please acquaint yourself with the stories. There are two hospital ships that are being docked in both New York and LA. There are a couple of different things that relate to these ships in the annals of history. One is they had helped a bunch of Haitians escape from the United States, or from all the money to rebuild Haiti, which they did none of. They built like 6 houses and didn't even build the church they promised. No, that was a child grab. Most people would say it's a money grab. It was a money grab. It was also a children grab. When you understand how deep and how sick these sons of bitches are in the life they lead in the upper echelons of humanity, you understand what this was. And total disregard for anybody, just right in front of our faces, right in front of our faces. Just take these kids right out of the country. Well, Doris Silsby didn't get that pleasure. She was on behalf of the Clintons. She got busted trying to pull all those kids out of Haiti, Doris Silsby. So much so that the Clintons intervened. She was released after a minimal hold in a Haitian jail. The kids were returned. She left the jail, came back to the United States, changed her name, and still continues to work in that department, if you can believe that. Anyway, the other side of that is in 2017 or 18, not sure, those ships escorted over 400 people to Guantanamo Bay, presumably on such charges. And once they finished delivering the goods into LA and New York, I would submit that they will be filling them with other cargo on its way to Cuba. I do believe that. Either that, or in a complete 180 from that thought, is that they will escort the people that they rescue out of LA and New York who are child sex slaves that have been released. And they will take them on these ships to start the deep programming. So I think it's one of these two. I'm not sure if I know yet that one of the ships will take the criminals down to Guam. I don't know. At this point, you know what's beautiful about that? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because either way, they're either releasing and saving kids or they're taking them down to Gitmo. And who cares other than that? Because if that day is not tomorrow and it's not next week, it's going to be the next week. This plan is real. This plan has a heartbeat. President Trump feels the heartache of the children and feels the heartache of the sex traffickers. He does. He's a pompous ass. I never liked him. I liked him, but I didn't like him. I didn't watch The Apprentice. I thought he was funny when he got roasted. I thought he was good sport. I thought he was a New York business guy, pompous kind of ass guy, but good view on politics, good view on worldly matters, but didn't hold him in regard in any way outside just being a business guy. Now, it took him becoming the president, and it took for him exposing what he's fighting against on behalf of the American people for a billionaire, many times over, to give up that lifestyle for us, for all of us. And I think that fills me. I think every time that I have a doubt in the plan, I look at it and I go, why? Why would it not be this way? Why on earth would this man give this up? Now listen, whatever it is, the reason, he was either shown the truth, he was shown the future, he was shown what was going to happen as a result of the 16-year plan to destroy America, of which Obama completed 8 years of. He was shown, or in some regard knew. He's always kind of had that chip on his shoulder, like maybe in 2012 he flirted with running. Flirted. He dipped a toe in running. It wasn't his time. It wasn't time. Now he might be a pig when it came to women in his past, maybe. I don't think he ever treated a woman probably how she wasn't portraying she wanted to be treated. Is that sexist? Maybe. But I just don't see him putting in the effort, even though he's probably a pig, with somebody that didn't want to be treated that way a little bit, or, was trying to work the money a little bit. It was a different lifestyle back then, right? It's kind of like everybody knew what they were doing. Everybody knew the role they were in. Everybody knew the cards that life dealt them. I mean, these women didn't magically just show up on a magic cloud like, how do we get, oh my God, it's Donald Trump. Well, hi. I mean, these people are in these situations for these types of purposes. And you know what? Fine, he wasn't the most moral person that way. He was moral in all the ways that connected with all of us, in that he wasn't into kids. He wasn't into child trafficking or trafficking, period. And that's why when about 5 days ago he spoke about the first time releasing that, giving that girl from General Mills, that they had freed a girl, freed that girl, and you could tell that while he was talking about it, this was not lip service. He was about to address the nation on the coronavirus. Now, this statement was first and foremost something that was delivered to the American people to talk about what they had stopped, or about what had happened and how they stopped it. This was planted information and correct information. President Trump's had it. He's at the point in the plan where he doesn't have to take their shit anymore. He's proven that in his daily briefings. And he's used actually really, really good restraint. But he knows how evil these people are. And he realizes that the puppet masters that are asking the questions are simply that. They are fighting for their collective lives to be journalists, which they're not. They're horrible. They're terrible people. How can you have people on the right, like Hannity, Laura Ingraham, Chuck Carlson, Greg Gutfeld, Kat Timp, Tyrese, Fox Morning Show, Jesse Waters? How can you have these people have such a clear view on what's been going on, and you can 180 that from everybody else in mainstream television and not say there's a fucking problem here? We have two 180 degrees different opinion on what's going on, and how are people not ripping their hair out going, what is going on? How is that even possible, you guys? That people are not just like, what the fuck? Serious? This is bullshit, right? I hope that's what people are doing, is waking up. My God. I'm excited for the future, you guys. I'm excited for our children and our children's children's future. Very excited. Because we are seeing the systematic destruction of the Federal Reserve, which, don't let that scare you. Trump is slowly transitioning the Federal Reserve into the United States Treasury, where it'll be in good hands for the rest of humanity. This guy's master at chess. We've taken control of the Federal Reserve. We owe them so much money that the roles have been reversed, and now we control what they do for us. Because if they don't, they eat a bag of dicks in debt. They're done. So we in fact control the Federal Reserve. That's one thing. Remember when I talked about him putting Andrew Jackson on the wall, and he took the Norman Rockwell painting, fling right down the steps, and he put Andrew Jackson up and said, "We're taking over the Federal Reserve. How's that sound? Real nice. I hope real nice." Well, that's what he's done. People won't realize it yet, but that's exactly what he's done. And he's doing that and a whole lot more. He's doing everything that we've been shown he's going to do. Rest easy, patriots. I love you all. All of you are awesome people. We're winning. We've been told we're going to win so much, we're going to be tired of winning. You're going to beg me, please, Mr. President, stop winning. And I'm going to say, too bad. You're going to win, win, win. And you're going to continue to win while you're winning. And to that I say, all right. Sounds good. I like winning. I like what I'm seeing. I love what we're witnessing. How crazy is Nancy Pelosi? What a crazy. Oh, you're crazy bitch. She is crazy. Pelosi's nuts. Crying Junction is a real beauty. Crying Chuck. I always call him Crying Chuck. He's a real beauty, folks. He's a real beauty. You're going to love this one. He's a real beauty. Crying Chuck Shoe. Crazy Nancy. People are crazy. People are crazy, folks. People are nuts. And they are. dying. Maybe not literally, but they're dying. Right? I saw that headline said, look at Bill Gates Foundation event 201 scenario. I think I did see something on that where this may have been predicted. I also saw somebody had posted like a show that they were watching on HBO. I forget the name of the show, but they said that there was a virus attack that it took over a section. It was called COVID-19 or coronavirus 19. It's like, you know what? The whole time Trump's been winning and been in office, the deep state has not stopped. They've continued to put it in front of our faces. They've continued to push their narrative, all the while thinking that they were going to yank Trump out of office. Too bad. Checkmate. You lose. Fuck off. You didn't get him. So even after he had been voted in as president of the United States, they continue to put that bullshit out there, calling a pandemic COVID-19. What about Dr. Anthony Fauci? Like in 2017, there's no doubt that Trump will basically have to deal with a global pandemic. Like, really? What, fucker? What? He's going to have to what? All the while, people don't care. Just go on with their lives, mow your lawn, shovel your driveway. Nobody cares. It's a huge fallacy. They don't care. They're not awake like you and I. Bullshit. It's bullshit. It's an impossible lantern to carry, an impossible torch to carry if people don't wake the fuck up. And that's what I want them to do. I love all the people, all my brethren, all my sisters, everybody. I want you to wake the fuck up. Obviously, I'm not talking to you guys. But I want people to wake up. It's like, come on, man. No more free passes. It's time to wake up. You have to understand what's going on. Please, for the love of God, wake up. You can hate Trump and still wake up. I mean, has anybody told him this? Absolutely hate him. I just cannot listen to him. I can't listen to him. Oh, okay, let's take him out of the equation. We'll put him on the show, and let's just talk about the truth. Oh my God, that's really happening. Yeah. Yes. Yes. All of it. Yes. It's all really happening. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's all happening, my friends. We're not far from the end. I can tell you that. 100%. No, what do I have to base it on? Nothing. Nothing. Gut feeling. Where we are in the plan, under my perception, where are we? It's not another 4-year election, right? We were told that. No, it's not. So will this drag into the 2020 election? Perhaps. Maybe some end parts of it where they continue to take down the central bank, the Federal Reserve, where they take all this shit down, they return it to the people, they stop taxing you. Taxation without representation is theft. It will no longer be done. Or if it is, it'll be on the smallest little levels of anything, which is perfectly acceptable. Especially if the price of everything comes down. I don't know, man. We're just in for a better world. We are all long for this world, and we are destined to live in a better world. All signs point to this. Use an inch of discernment. Use an ounce of prevention against dumb people, and use an inch of discernment and understand we're good. We are about to be phenomenal. It's going to be so good for your kids and your grandkids and the rest of your lives, all of our lives. We're about to hit the golden age. And you know what? Some people would have you believe that we all chose to be here at this point in time in our lives. I don't know how I feel about all that. But for those of you that did, I'll tip my beer to you. It's a hell of a time to be awake. And we are having the time of our lives. Better believe it. I'm sorry, hon. We all love you. And anytime you show up in the live stream and put your name in the chat, you brighten every one of our hearts. I know you do. At least you do for me. So there's that. But on the real, you do, Jess. I think everybody loves you so much. You're so awesome. Go ahead, listen. It must be all the phenomenal truth information I'm spewing. They're obviously censoring me hardcore. Hardcore. Such, I'm such a truth maniac. Truth. Oh. So pretty good turnout for a super late stream, right? Thank you guys. You guys are super awesome, by the way. What's up, Joe Mama? What's up, Mel Monty? I'm sorry, I didn't read the chat at all tonight. I suck. I do. But Mel, Joe, that's a great question, Joe. How is your brother doing on this? And your cousin? COVID Incorporated. Jesus, yeah. My goodness. Definitely keeping your brother and your cousin in prayers. Have those, as well as many of you every night. I try to group them with you, I guess, as well as all of you. Um, yeah. So, I guess, I don't know. That's about it. Unless you guys have something you want to talk about. Does anybody got something on their mind? Because, I mean, like I said, it's kind of been taking everything in the last number of days, like you guys. So remember, I'm one of you. I just take it in every day like you and listen to it and try to come up with my best interpretation. But so let's do this. Best and worst of the week. My worst of the week was definitely seeing channels that I had respected definitely hit a different gear and change the narrative. Like really going against the Q movement, it really bothered me, guys. It bothered me in a big way. Information that I had used, maybe in prior videos if they had done that, made perfect sense. And let that form my opinion. But to hear them, I think it's having a commitment to what this movement is that allowed me to know that I heard it like sway off of that and really offer nothing at all outside of just emotion for why you would take it off the rails and take it down a different direction. It just really It tells me how deep all of this really is. You guys take everything with a grain of salt. Always. Always. I'm not telling you nothing. You guys know this. I tell myself as I tell you. Take it with a grain of salt. I need to. It helps us have a better mind when a poison pill maybe is slipped in to the thought process. And I'm not saying don't listen to other people's opinions, but be confident in your convictions. Be confident in your convictions because that's how you feel. Because you've used discernment, because you've looked at this a million different ways. Therefore, if something don't add up, just simply take it out of this and put it here and go, think about that. But my eye is on the prize. And the prize is not only America getting back its country, the world is going to get back its countries. Do you see the one of the Italian mayors, I think it was, from his district, videotaped or audio, whatever, he streamed himself taking down the European Union flag, and he was very respectful. He took it down, he folded it, he did a nice job, set it aside, he didn't take it down, he didn't wipe his feet on it, he didn't wipe his ass with it, he didn't spit on it. He folded it up nicely and put it aside, took the pole out, put it off to the side, all European Union colors. If you don't know what I'm talking about, well, look it up. I mean, the European Union involved all these other countries in Europe. Okay, that was what the Brexit was. That's what the United Kingdom was fighting for. It was to break away from the European Union, and now Italy has. So that same guy, that mayor, whatever he was, came back over after he had uh, very nicely taken care of the European Union flag, but he put in the flags. He put in the flag of Italy, which was the national flag. It's nationalistic. There's nothing wrong with being nationalistic for your country. It's okay. Everybody that's nationalistic for their country doesn't have to be Hitler. My God, the lines that I've heard people draw to try to turn this into some sort of Hitler anything, it's total garbage. And those that tell you that it's not are fucking stupid. They're probably not stupid. They're probably way too smart for their own good. So they overthought it and couldn't think their way out of a wet paper bag. Honestly. I mean, for people to not be able to wrap their heads around what we're watching or what it represents is sad. It's criminal. It's both. America is about to get the country back, and the world is about to be liberated everywhere. And you have China, the G, President Xi, and Russia with President Putin and a whole shitload of patriots that are guiding the rudder, the sailboat to victory. It's a big fucking sailboat. And the main sail that floats over this sailboat says freedom. And everybody on the planet wants it, except the deep state. That's what's up, in my opinion. What say you? Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Um, I think the point in time for people to maybe turn themselves in or lay down their arms or basically get off the path they were going on, I think that time is coming down. There's a lot of real interesting tweets by James Comey, the former head of the FBI, before he was fired. You're fired, James. James, I know you suck. You're fired. So Comey got fired, and that's okay. And he makes lots of weird tweets over the course of the last 2 years, 2.5 years. His last one spoke about him going for a walk with a loved one, and it showed him walking into the light. Like he was walking through a tunnel and he was going towards the light. And it took the picture from the back, so the light was shining on him as he walked away. Um, yeah, great. But there's definitely many messages that are being sent among the elite and among those in the know that are pointing to them communicating. Do we know what they are? No. Do we see celebrities communicating? Absolutely. Something. Do we know what it is? No. But would it almost stand as 100% proof that we know what's going on as a result of them just being so secretive and weird with what they talk about and tweet? Fuck yeah. Yeah, these people are in trouble, man. They're in trouble. You're in trouble, man. These people are in trouble and they know it. Alec Baldwin, did you see him? He looked like a bag of shit the other day. He did not look good. And a lot of these people haven't looked good at all. They look like crap. Sort of crap. And to that I say good. Because when I look at them and I see what they're going through, do you know what I see? Addiction. These people don't feel good at all. Not even a little. And it sucks because they're going through addiction crack from adrenochrome, which we know how that's harvested. But it's probably other things too. It's probably pills and just a life, just horrible, horrible addictions. Um, if what we think happened to the children of this world happened, then fuck them off. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. They get what they get. It is what it is. And I don't lose Olympus over anything. Honestly. What kind of idolatry is that anyway? That these people above everything that you believe spiritually? Really? They're actors. They're people that are on tape. You know, porno people are actors too. They go on tape too, right? I mean, what are these people? Who cares? Who cares? What kind of idolatry do we put these movie people on? It's great if you could appreciate a skill set. That's wonderful. But to private jets and you're so above everybody that you can't like fly with them and shit and just and it's not completely their thing. Obviously, they built the monster that is Hollywood. They've used the power of television to put these people up. They've actually used the innocence of America, because America used to be very innocent. If you actually think back to a time back to like the 60s and the 70s and maybe even the 80s, as AIDS was just starting to come up, there was really a genre of innocence where people didn't, there wasn't this racial division. In fact, there was lots of things that were trying to really put that on the mend. There were things like the Coca-Cola commercial. I'd like to buy the world of Coke, teach you something, something. It was all people. I mean, they were mending the world at that time, and eventually that wrote into whatever it wrote into, and where we are today. I don't know. What I do know is this, and I'll leave you with this: is that I don't care how many people out there call me a two-tard, and how many people charge me for watching videos that I used to like, who gave me lots of good information. You're exposed. You're flat out exposed. Anybody that doesn't trust the plan, okay, I'm not going to get on you for that, but when you shit talk the plan, I'm going to get on you for that. It's one thing to say I don't know about this. It's another thing to get on there and go, it can't be this because of this, and this, and that all turns out to be stupid and dumb. Then I say, you have an agenda. And this isn't one channel. That's what's crazy. This is many channels that almost held it together to the end. But, you know, code red, all hands on deck to the deep state, all hands on deck. Put the narrative out. They've lost the narrative. They've lost the narrative of the people. Lost it. And now they know this. It's very panicked. That's why those people that are that way are exposing themselves. It's, do you see all that shit with Alex Jones and stuff? He's like, I know who Q is. I know who Q is. And big fat ass Jerome Corsi with his big fatness sitting there like, oh, man, special confirmation from Q. Fuck you, donut dude. Both of you. You guys. Mm-mm. No. No. Not good. Not good at all. These people are just terrible individuals. So take them at that. Mm. All right, my friends. It's great catching back up with you. I love seeing you here and there where I do throughout the week. Linda, turn my volume up. I've already said what I have to say. I'm not sure it'll help. But thank you. You're going to have to turn it up yourself, darling. Because I think I've about wasted everything I'm going to say tonight. So, with that, all right. God bless you all. I love you. Hey, uh, I like to say keep everybody here in prayer. But honestly, do that and keep the world in prayer. What this represents, what this is bigger than all of us can imagine. So put the world in your prayer. This is big, you guys. It just is. I love you all. God bless you all. God bless the world. Hell of a ride. I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bang.